The first guy tested clean and said, "We can do it without a condom." A month later, he tested HIV positive. When I confronted him, he confessed, "I knew it. I've been positive for 2 years. I wanted to infect you so you wouldn't leave me. Now I'm on lifelong therapy at 23. All names have been changed for privacy. I'm 23 years old and live in Atlanta, Georgia. Until 6 months ago, I was HIV negative, healthy, with a future ahead of me. Now I wake up every morning and take the pills I'll take for the rest of my life. It was all because of one person, someone I trusted, my first boyfriend. I came out of the closet a year ago. Late, I know most people do it in their teens. But I grew up in a conservative Christian family in the Atlanta suburbs. Homosexuality was a sin. I repressed it for years. I couldn't take it anymore in college. I moved to Midtown, a liberal part of Atlanta with a large LGBTQ community. I rented a studio apartment and got a job as a bartender at a gay bar. For the first time in my life, I felt free, but I was alone. All my friends were straight guys from college. I didn't know how to meet guys. Gay bars were intimidating. Everyone seemed so confident, so experienced. And I was new to everything. Barmaid Jason suggested Grindr. It's easier than bars. You can meet people without the pressure. I downloaded the app in March of this year. I created a profile photo without a face. I was still shy. Basic information. 23 years old, 5'10", athletic build, looking for friends and maybe more. The first few weeks were strange. Lots of messages from older men, requests for hookups without names, naked photos without warning. It was a culture shock. Then, in April, I received a message from the profile Tyler Adel 28 ** Tyler :** I saw your profile. Are you new here? ** me : Kai. Yeah, pretty new to the app and the community in general. Lol. ** Tyler : cool. Welcome, smiling face with smiling eyes. I'm Tyler. I live in Midtown. You too. ** me : yes. On Peachtree. I'm Ethan. ** Tyler : nice to meet you, Ethan. Want to meet for coffee sometime? No pressure, just casual introductions. Coffee, not sex, not hookup, just coffee. It was normal. Dave, ** me : sounds great. When we met the next day at a coffee shop in Midtown. I arrived 15 minutes early, nervous as hell. Tyler showed up on time. He was handsome, 28 years old, about 6'1", dark hair, green eyes, and an athletic build. He was dressed in jeans and a t-shirt, looking casual. Ethan, he smiled. Yes. Hello. We ordered coffee and sat by the window. Conversation flowed easily. Tyler worked in IT, loved hiking and Marvel movies. He was from Atlanta, came out in college, and had lived openly since he was 22. You said you're new to the community, he asked. Just left a year ago. My family doesn't know. They're religious. I understand. I was in a similar situation. It gets easier with time. We talked for 2 hours. By the end of the meeting, I felt comfortable. Tyler was kind, patient, and didn't push. "Can I see you again?" he asked as we said goodbye. Yes, I would like to. The next 2 months were like a dream. Tyler and I met twice a week. Dinners, movies, walks in Piedmont Park. He introduced me to his friends. I felt like part of a community for the first time. We kissed after our 4th date. My first real kiss with a man. It was perfect. By June, we were a couple, officially. Tyler even updated his social media profile in a relationship with Ethan Collins. I did the same. Even though my family wasn't on my social media, I was in love. My first boyfriend. My first love. Tyler was patient. No rush. Whenever you're ready. I was ready in July. It was the 3rd month of our relationship. We were at his house, watching a movie on the couch. One thing led to another. Do you have condoms? I asked. Of course. He took a box out of the bedside table drawer. We used a condom that time, and the next time, and the time after that. But a few weeks later, Tyler brought up the subject. Ethan, can we talk about safety? Of course. What happened? We were sitting on his bed after sex. He looked serious. I want you to know I'm clean. I had a full STI test 3 months ago. Everything was negative: chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, everything. He showed me the results on his phone. Lab reports from April, all negative. Oh, that's good to know. I want to be honest with you, he continued. In the past, I've always been cautious, always used protection. But with you, I feel like we're serious, that we're monogamous. We are monogamous. I know. And I was thinking if we're both clean and it's just each other, maybe we could try without a condom. It's more intimate, more connected. I hesitated. In August, I agreed. Okay, let's try without a condom. His face lit up. Really? Are you sure? Yes, I trust you. At night we made love without a condom for the first time. Tyler was right. It was more intimate, more connected. I felt closer to him than ever. 3 weeks later I felt ill. The symptoms started out mild fatigue, a slight fever. I thought it was a cold. I continued working at the bar and took Tylenol, but it got worse. High fever 102 degrees F. Night sweats soaking through the sheets. Rash all over the body, swollen lymph nodes in the neck. I went to the emergency room. The doctor was a young woman. Doctor, when did the symptoms start? She asked. 5 days ago. Are you sexually active? Yes. Protected or unprotected sex? I hesitated. Unprotected, but only with my boyfriend. We're monogamous. She nodded, taking notes. I want a full STI panel, including HIV. My heart sank. HIV? But we're both clean. This is standard procedure with these symptoms. It's probably just a virus, but let's check everything. She took blood and said the results would be in 3 days. Those 3 days were torture. I didn't tell Tyler I'd been tested. I didn't want to worry him. It was probably just the flu. The results arrived by email on Friday morning. I opened the letter at work during my break. Asterisk positive. HIV-1 antibodies detected asterisk positive. Viral load 890,000 copies /ml asterisk. The world stood still. HIV. I have HIV. I've reread the results 10 times. There must be a mistake. A lab error. But there were other results. They're all negative. Chlamydia negative. Gonorrhea negative. Syphilis negative. Only HIV positive. I threw up in the bar bathroom. Then I sat on the floor of the stall and cried for 20 minutes. How did this happen? I was only with Tyler. Tyler showed me pure results. We were monogamous. If I'm positive, then either Tyler cheated on me with someone positive, or no, it's impossible. I called Tyler. He answered on the third ring. Hi, honey. How are you? I need to see you. Now, what happened? Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Come to my apartment, please. He arrived in 30 minutes. I met him at the door. Ethan, you look terrible. What? I handed him the phone with the email results open. He read it. His face turned white. Oh my God, Ethan, this. I have HIV. Tyler. Positive. But how? We were both clean. You showed me clean results 3 months ago. Maybe you got infected since then? Maybe you cheated on me? I did not cheat. I swear. I was only with you. Then how? Tyler, how did I get HIV? He was silent. He was silent for a long time. Then, quietly, I need to tell you something. We sat down on the couch. Tyler didn't look at me. His hands were shaking. I lied to you about the test results. My heart stopped. What? The results I showed you in July. They were old, from 2 years ago, not from April of this year. You showed me the old results. Yes. Why? Why would you do that? He took a deep breath, because I knew that if I showed you the real results, you would leave me. The room began to spin. Tyler, what are your real results? Tears streamed down his face. I'm HIV positive. I was diagnosed 2 years ago. Time stood still. All sounds disappeared. I looked at him, unable to breathe. You knew you were positive and had sex with me without a condom. Ethan, please let me explain. You infected me. You intentionally infected me with HIV. He cried harder. I didn't mean to. I was afraid of losing you. So you decided to infect me instead of telling me the truth? I thought if you become positive too, you won't leave me. You won't be able to use my status as a reason to leave. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You infected me with an incurable disease because you were afraid I would leave you? It's no longer an incurable disease. With treatment, it's a manageable chronic condition. People are living normal lives. I didn't want to live with HIV. I wanted a choice. You took away my choice. He reached out to me. I recoiled. Don't touch me. Don't you dare touch me. Ethan, please. I love you. You don't love me. People who love don't do that. They don't lie. They don't infect. I stood up. Leave right now. Ethan, get out of my apartment. He left, the door closed. I collapsed on the floor and cried until there were no tears left. The next few weeks passed in a blur. I called the clinic and scheduled an appointment with an HIV specialist. Dr. Lee, a woman in her 50s, specializes in HIV/AIDS. Your viral load is high, 890,000 copies, she explained. This indicates an acute infection. You were infected recently, likely within the last 4 to 6 weeks, which coincided with the start of unprotected sex with Tyler. The good news is we caught it early. We'll start you on antiretroviral therapy immediately. Your goal is an undetectable viral load. With treatment, you can live a normal life. Normal, I repeated dumbly, with pills every day for the rest of my life. Yes, but it's better than the alternative. She prescribed me Biktarvy 1 pill a day, $3,600 a month without insurance. Luckily, my insurance covered most of it. I started taking the pills the next day. The side effects were terrible for the first week: nausea, headaches, insomnia. But Dr. Lee said they would subside. She was right. Within a month, my viral load had dropped to 12,000. Within 3 months, to 400. Within 6 months, undetectable. Undetectable doesn't mean cured. The virus is still in me, but at such a low level that I can't transmit it to anyone else. U equals U, undetectable equals untransmittable. Small consolation. I filed a police report a week after my diagnosis. In Georgia, intentionally infecting someone with HIV without disclosing their status is a felony. The penalty is up to 10 years in prison. The detective, a woman named Sarah Jones, took my statement. Do you have any evidence that he knew about his status? She asked. He confessed to me. He said he was diagnosed 2 years ago. Do you have this conversation recorded? No, it was personal. That will complicate matters. Without a recorded confession, it's your word against his. But they opened an investigation. They questioned Tyler. He hired a lawyer and refused to talk. The prosecutor ultimately dismissed the case. There was insufficient evidence for a conviction. Without a recorded confession or written communications about his status, we cannot prove intent. Tyler walked away free. I also filed a civil lawsuit for emotional distress, medical expenses, and suffering. My lawyer was confident we would win, but Tyler's lawyer fought back. He claimed I assumed a risk by agreeing to unprotected sex, that I failed to request to see recent test results. The victim is blamed. The case is still ongoing. The trial is scheduled for next year. I told my parents a month ago. It wasn't by choice. They found out about my doctor visits through my insurance. I'm still on their plan until I'm 26. Mom called. Ethan, we saw the bills from the infectious disease specialist. What's going on? I couldn't lie anymore. Mom, I need to tell you something. 2 things, actually. Fine. First of all, I'm gay. Silence. Long silence. Nothing. I don't know what to say. And secondly, I have HIV. She started crying. My father picked up the phone. How did this happen? His voice was cold. My boyfriend infected me. He knew he was positive and didn't tell me. Your boyfriend. Disgust in his voice. Yes, Dad, my boyfriend. I'm gay, and he infected me with HIV without my consent. This is punishment, said the father, for a sinful lifestyle. I hung up. We haven't spoken since. My mother sends text messages occasionally. We're praying for you, but my father refuses to talk to me. They blame me for being gay, for trusting Tyler, for everything. Maybe they are right. Maybe it's my fault. Update 1. 4 months since diagnosis. My viral load is undetectable. My CD4 count immune cells is recovering. It was 350 when I was diagnosed. Now it's 580. The normal range is 500-1500. Dr. Lee says I'm responding well to treatment. You'll live a long, healthy life, she says, but I don't feel healthy. I feel broken. Therapy helps. I see a psychologist who specializes in LGBTQ and HIV positive clients. Dr. Mark helps me process the trauma. It's not your fault, he repeats every session, but it's hard to believe. I agreed to unprotected sex. I trusted without verification. Tyler tried to contact him several times. Messages, calls, emails. Everyone said the same thing. I'm sorry. I loved you. I screwed up. I blocked him everywhere. His lawyer contacted mine and offered a settlement in the civil case. $50,000 in compensation in exchange for dropping the case. My lawyer said we could get more at trial, but there's also the risk of losing. I took the agreement, not because of the money, because I wanted it to end. $50,000 won't restore my health, but it will cover my medical expenses for several years. I started dating again through apps for HIV positive people, pause meetup, HIV singles. It's weird meeting people knowing the main thing we have in common is the virus. I met a guy named Carlos. He's also 23 and has been positive for 3 years. We met for coffee last week. How did you get infected? He asked. I told the story. He listened, shaking his head. I have a similar story, he said. My ex hid his status. The difference is, he didn't know he thought he was negative and hadn't been tested for years. At least he didn't do it on purpose. The result is the same. We are both positive because of someone else's lies. We're meeting again this weekend. Maybe something will work out. Maybe not. But it's good to meet someone who understands. Update 2, 8 months. Big news. Haller was arrested. Not for infecting me. The prosecutor still refuses to prosecute that, but for infecting another person. A guy named Jason filed a police report 2 months ago. His story is almost identical to mine. Tyler faked test results, convinced him to have unprotected sex, and infected him. What's the difference? Jason wrote it down. I took a photo of the tests while he went to the toilet. The prosecutor filed charges with the evidence. Haller was arrested last week. Charges: intentional transmission of HIV, a felony, fraud, and assault. Detective Jones called me. Mr. Collins, I thought you'd want to know. We're reopening your case. With the new evidence from Jason's case, we can build a pattern. Haller didn't just do this to me. He preyed on young, inexperienced gay men. He showed fake results. He infected them intentionally. Jason and I connected. We met last week, two 23-year-olds whose lives had been ruined by a predator. How many more? Jason asked. How many more people has he infected? I don't know, but the prosecutor is investigating. Tyler's court hearing is scheduled for next month. The prosecutor wants us both to testify. I agreed. It was time for Tyler to take responsibility. Carlos and I are still dating, 3 months together. It's slow, careful. We're both dealing with trauma, but he's kind, honest. Every time we're together, he asks for permission, checks if I'm comfortable. This is what I deserve from the start. Update 3, a year since diagnosis. Here are the results. Tyler was sentenced to 8 years in prison. He was found guilty on all charges. During the trial, the prosecutor presented evidence that Tyler infected at least 5 people, including me and Jason. 5 lives destroyed. 5 people are now living with HIV because of one selfish predator. The judge was stern. You systematically targeted vulnerable young people, betrayed their trust, and infected them with an incurable virus. Your actions deserve the maximum penalty. Haller cried as they took him away. Part of me felt content, the other part just empty. Prison won't bring me back to health. My health is stable. My viral load has been undetectable for 10 months straight. My CD4 count is now 720, within the healthy range. The side effects of Biktarvy are minimal now. I take 1 tablet every morning. It's become a routine, like brushing my teeth, but the psychological weight remains. Every time I meet someone new, I have to reveal my status. Every time I go on a date, the question looms, will they accept me? Carlos and I broke up 2 months ago, not because of a lack of love, but because we weren't right for each other. I joined a support group for young HIV positive gay men. We meet weekly at the LGBTQ Center in Midtown. Hearing other stories, some similar, some different, helps me feel less alone. One guy, Alan, became a close friend. He's been positive for 5 years. The first year is the hardest, he told me, but it gets easier. I promise. I'm starting to believe him. My parents are still distant. My mom sends random text messages on holidays. My dad hasn't spoken to me since I told him. Their rejection hurts. But I am building a new family, friends who accept me, a community that understands. I now volunteer at a local HIV organization. I help educate young gay men about safe sex, the importance of STI testing, and the red flags of predators like Tyler. If my story can save even one person from going through what I went through, then it was worth sharing. I'm still angry. I still mourn the life I could have had without pills, without stigma, without the virus. But I'm also learning to live with HIV, to live as a gay man. to live as a survivor. This isn't the life I planned for when I was 23, but this is my life now, and I'm making it worthwhile. I'm subscribing for the last time. Ethan from Atlanta. And now, a question for you. Friends, do you think Ethan did the right thing by filing a criminal complaint against Tyler? Should Tyler have received a harsher sentence for intentionally infecting 5 people? How would you have reacted if you had learned that your partner had hidden his HIV positive status from you? Should Ethan have given Tyler a chance to explain himself after his confession? Did Ethan's parents do the right thing by turning their backs on him after his HIV diagnosis? Do you think crimes such as intentionally infecting him with HIV should be punished more severely? Did you forgive someone who intentionally infected you with an incurable disease out of love? Speech balloon, share your opinion in the comments. Thumbs up, like the story if it resonated with you. Bell subscribe to stay up to date with new stories.